everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Round Robin, where we spin the wheel, chase the chaos, and see where the conversation lands. I'm your host, Tracy Preston, along with Christine Mulligan and Nina Mulligan. Hey, everyone.
Hello. Yo, 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 hot tamales.
Before we get started, today marks the beginning of, what is it, ladies?
Pride Month.
That's right. And as we talk tonight about the small moments and decisions that shape our lives, it's worth remembering that sometimes one act of courage, being honest about who you are, standing up for yourself, and supporting someone else can create a ripple effect that changes lives for the better. So as we begin tonight's conversation, let's celebrate authenticity, understanding, and the idea that every person deserves to be seen and valued.
Here.
I will tell you, Todd made a lovely post on our Malice in the Mitten page about Pride Week, and we lost 2 listeners.
Oh, no.
You gonna stop following us because of that?
You know, some people really feel strongly about making other people live the way they think they should live. You know, free will is only a concept that most people don't really understand. Free will means that everybody is free to be the individual that they were born to be.
That's right. Now, on with our regularly scheduled program. All right, now our topic today is the butterfly effect. One tiny decision that changed everything. Speaking of, did you guys ever see the movie The Butterfly Effect?
Of course.
Yes, I did.
Could you ever watch it more than once?
I've seen snippets of it more than once, but to be honest, there's like a handful of movies in my half a century that I've watched completely twice.
I feel like I would watch it again, though.
Yeah.
I really don't remember it. Oh, God. The original time that I saw it was the one and only time I saw it, so now I feel like intrigued to watch it again. Because I do remember liking the concept and enjoying the movie, and I briefly remember what it's about, but not 100%.
I'm going to give you just a little touchy touch of the movie. So the film follows Evan Treborn, which is played by Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher. He discovers he can travel back into moments from his childhood by reading old journals. He tries to fix traumatic events and improve people's lives, but every change creates unexpected consequences in the future. Each attempt to make things better often makes things much, much worse. So the central idea is the classic butterfly effect. A tiny change in the past can create enormous and unpredictable changes in the future. And I'm going to tell you right now, that movie is dark, and it's one of those movies I watched once, and I was so disturbed by it. I haven't watched it again, and I'm teetering. Like, should I try it again or not try it again?
I don't have the urge to watch the movie again, but the premise itself, I feel like you took a page out of the journals that I've never written because I don't ever want people to know what goes on in his head. So, but if I would have written them, you would have gotten this from them because I have been obsessed with the butterfly effect my whole life before they even made a butterfly effect movie. It's more based on waves and ripples and vibrations, right? So when you throw a pebble into the pond and they go on and they get bigger and bigger and more dramatic the further they get away from the actual happening of the rock hitting the water, pebble hitting the water.
Yeah, like the STD pyramid. You know? How they sleep with 2 people and then they sleep with 2 people. And then before you know it, you slept with 700 people and you didn't even know.
I was sitting here like, what is she talking about?
Me too. I was like, STD?
Where are we going?
I took a right turn, Clyde.
I love it.
I apologize.
Tell us more about your body pyramid.
Okay, so listen, her pyramid died. It crumbled now. She's married. But anyway, I am obsessed with that, and I always think about that, and it's like tied into karma for me. So it's a whole twisted web of nobody would understand me even if I figured out a way how to communicate it verbally.
Right.
But like every choice you make decides what path you're going down. Like
That's right.
if you just imagine you're the focal point, and then you have a million strands of yarn in front of you, all different colors and textures, and every time you make a decision, you're weaving it over or into another one of those lines. Imagine the tangled mess you end up with, but that tangled mess is your path in life.
Agreed.
So every decision you make will affect everything going forward. And it drives me crazy, especially with big decisions in life. Like every time I have a big decision to make, I'm like, all right, well, if I make this for the better now, how fucked up will my future be?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the whole balance thing for me. So I always try to keep things balanced, because if I balance it out now, then good, bad, or indifferent along the way in my path, it'll be balancey. At least that's the crapshoot I'm playing.
Right. And, for those who don't know exactly what Christine was just talking about, the butterfly effect is the idea that one tiny decision, something that seemed insignificant at the time, or did it, can completely change the course of your life. Every single human being has gone through it, right? Is it taking that job? Is it not taking that job? Is it answering a phone call or deciding not to answer the phone call? One small choice, and suddenly your entire life heads down a different path. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. Now, what one tiny decision have you made that changed everything, Nina?
Oh my God. We're late in life lesbians. We made a lot.
Right. I know this is more like a combo.
The most recent would be, like figuring out who I was and being a lesbian, I mean, I feel like that's the newest, most recent life-changing thing for me.
And how did that weave out for you?
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living the life.
I know you are.
All my dreams came true. Like, it's fabulous. Honestly, I was always taught that, like, love and marriage is hard, and it's just not. It's not with her, so I'm blessed.
It's not when you're with the right person.
Yeah, when you're with the right person, it's really not hard. Not that we don't fight. Like, I'm crazy, so of course we fight. Some of the things I can make up in my head out of a situation nobody saw. Yeah, I mean, I'm a girl.
Right.
That's just how I am, But I find it far more easy. I think easier just to get through all of that now. Communication,
Right.
Learning how to communicate.
Right.
Balance. Yeah, balance.
That's right. Now, I mean, before you made that decision, right? I mean, and then I guess when you finally did make the decision, I mean, your life blossomed from what I can see. And for Christine as well. I've watched her go through her changes.
But, the converse of that is the life before that completely disappearing. And that is just as true and real.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody that I had from before when I lived my heterosexual life is no longer in my life. Not necessarily because of my choice. So I'll leave it at that.
Right.
But, and some of them are my conscious choices, because I just didn't want to be around those people anymore. But, so it's even in balance, there's still good and bad. Like that is the balance.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like, I think there has to be a certain amount of bad in order to be able to appreciate the good.
Oh, absolutely.
Because how would you know any different? How would you appreciate it then?
You have to have the pain to understand joy.
Yeah, I feel like I've given up the argument that I wasted, the 19 years of my life being married to my ex-husband.
I don't think she wasted it.
But I've come to the realization that now it was no longer a waste, because I would never have even explored this side of me and figured out who I was, and then I would have never gotten what I truly wanted.
Well, I'm going to agree with Christine. I don't think it was wasted either. It may not have been what you wanted, but if you didn't go through what you did and because that helped you become who you are now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Every action, there's a reaction. Every choice is a consequence, be it good, bad, or indifferent.
Isn't that Newton?
I don't know.
For every action,
Right, I don't know.
opposite and equal reaction.
Yes.
Einstein?
And object of
Oh, no, it
motion,
is Newton.
right emotion.
That's Einstein, yes.
Is it
No, I think
Einstein or
that's
Newton?
That's
Is it the
Newton's
apple?
law.
Newton's law of physics.
Yeah.
It's Einstein then, yeah?
No.
Einstein. He's
No.
relativity.
One of the things I said was from Einstein, but it wasn't exact quote. And then one was from the law of physics.
Which is
But
Newton.
I didn't say opposite and equal reaction. I
No.
just said for every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
And that, yeah.
All right, well, let's start here. What's something you almost didn't do, but did anyway, and now your life would look completely different if you said no? Christine?
Got married because I wanted to finish fertility treatments. If I would have just stopped the fertility treatments and not had to have a husband's signature. And if I didn't get married, because when I was a kid, I intended to never get married because I have always been on the fence about everything. Speaking of keeping balance, I thought I was, a jack of all trades in every department. So my plan was just to not get married, but I wanted children. And I was going down the path to have children because I wasn't getting pregnant on my own because I did have, the likely suspects that were trying to get the deed done at that time. And if I didn't make a decision to work at getting pregnant with my ex-husband and best friend back then and current best friend now, then 25 years of my life would have been completely different.
I wonder
And I
where.
may not have had my children because my first two were with fertility treatments. My third was a miracle child, but it definitely would have taken a few years longer, even if I would have had them without the fertility assistance. So yeah, that's a big one.
That
If I
is a
would have
huge
stuck to
one.
my guns. Yeah, if I would have stuck to my guns and said, I'm never getting married. I really believe Cher when Cher back in the day said, I don't need a rich man. I am the rich man. I believe in Cher.
Yes. And she's still rocking it.
Yeah.
What is she, like 100 now?
No, I think she's 80.
72.
Oh, I don't know. But she looks fucking fabulous.
79.
She's up there.
Her boyfriend's like 30 something.
Yeah. I saw
still
that.
think that's a little gross, but
That's crazy.
more power to you.
But you go, girl.
Yeah.
I do. The big age gaps.
I mean, I look at that
anything
more
over
as like
20
a pet
years.
at that point. That's more like a pet.
I'm really
It's like a pocket puppy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
I don't
pet.
know what it is with me though. There's like a 15-year cutoff for me. I always say 20 out loud, but I really mean 15. Anything more than 15 years age difference in a couple, it gives me a little bit of a heebie-jeebie.
It's a little weird.
Yeah. But I also do understand that people mentally mature at completely different rates. So a 25-year-old woman would be in the same mind frame as a 45-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Like, same,
Right. Agreed.
That's a blind leading the blind.
Sorry.
And it's great for probably 15 years, but then, you got an
Yeah.
elderly with you.
Yeah, exactly. Then when he becomes incontinent and he shits his pants, she's like, deuces!
And she still got youth left because she's only like 30.
I know.
That's right. You're 80, I'm 40. Bye.
Yeah, just a hint, guys. If you didn't know, that's what they're there for. It's not your good looks, okay? It's the money. They
Mhm.
will be there when your diapers come on.
They're tired of those broke-ass 20-something-year-olds. All right, now what about let's talk about some weird coincidences. I know we've talked about coincidences in the past, but sometimes it's not even a decision. Sometimes it's just a coinky-dink.
No coincidence. There are no coincidences. I'm never going to believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. It might feel like a coincidence. It might seem like a coincidence, but it was the universe hitting you over the head with something because you were too dumb to even know about it.
Now, do you think it's the universe, or do you think that maybe you have someone guiding you?
I I think it's another form of deja vu. I think when you feel that there's a coincidence, it's because whatever's going on simultaneously in those other timelines are at their most aligned. Like, I feel like each timeline is just a little bit off. Like, this one's, 4 minutes, there's another one's 5 minutes. So they're always 1 or 2 minutes behind each other. But like, if you sit behind somebody's car and you have your blinker on and they have their blinker on, eventually it matches up.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of like that. Synchronicity. So when your consciousness then kind of, it connects. All of them connect for that couple of seconds of beating at the same time. I think that then whatever the decision is that you're supposed to be making in that moment of that coincidence, then shapes going forward as those timelines then pull apart.
Yeah, that's the butterfly effect again.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so those coincidences are markers more than anything. I don't think it's random, is what I'm saying. It's your timeline is living and breathing. So it's constantly going on all the time always. Yeah.
So then what about destiny?
You already chose your destiny before you got here. That's why you're here.
I believe that people can choose to change their destiny.
Absolutely.
It's all the butterfly effect. What choices you make now will affect what happens later.
Like, choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
From the 90s, 80s. I grew up on those as a kid. But I always read the ending to see which one would be best, and then I chose.
That's not random.
So you're picking the wrong path. That would get you in danger.
Well, that's still your problem, my love. You think you can control shit.
I know.
She's like, I'm going to the back of this book. Nope, not that one. Chuck it. And I think one of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that sometimes the worst thing that happens to you ends up becoming the best thing, right?
Yes.
So at the time it feels awful, but years later you are so grateful. And I've been there.
Actually, I'm going to add on to that. I actually think that all things, good, bad, or indifferent, are always for your betterness. They're always for the betterment of you down the road. That's the problem that I believe, my opinion, for whatever that counts for, is that so many people get stuck in a life of monotony or a life of depression or a life of drugs or a life of, any of the downtrodden roads you can think of. I think people get stuck there because of the bad things that happen to them throughout. They never learned anything from it, because that's the whole key, is anything you go through, good, bad, or indifferent, there's something in it, about it, of it, through it, under it, that there's a lesson for you, and you have to learn that lesson, and you then have to change course. You have to pick the next yarn to weave over to change that butterfly effect, so you get out of the bad and get to the good. Use a horrible car accident, for example. So it's not anything that somebody would think they would choose themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that accident, that horrible accident, and I am not belittling anyone's trauma in any kind of accidents. Please let me clarify that first. I'm just simply trying to get a point across of, even though something horrible happens to you from what everyone around you can deem as an external thing, it's not really. Because if it happened to you, it's about you. That horribleness happened so you could learn to walk again. Because through that learning to walk again, oh yeah, by the way, you also have a completely better outlook on life in general. You appreciate the small things now. You have this whole newfound gratitude for life. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it doesn't always work out that way. No, some people get into a horrible accident and then they get hooked on pain pills and they stay in the pity and they wallow and things get worse, and then they deteriorate and their system starts shutting down and then they die in early death. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about what you choose to learn. You have to look for the lessons in everything. So even when something is great and joyful and grandiose, we're all told, temper it down. Don't get a full head. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. All of those things, those are all idioms to tell us to temper it and balance it so we can learn what we need to learn and make it better going forward.
Well, I agree. And I was doomed because I was repeating the same horrible relationship time and time and time again.
Yeah, and then you learn your lesson and something better happens.
That's right.
And then something else happens in your life, and you learn another lesson, and it gets better and better.
Right.
But it's all a frame of mind. It's all a frame of mind. It's all how you're going to look at those coincidences. It's all how you're going to choose to utilize the butterfly effect if and when necessary, or when deja vu happens.
Or like when you forget history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
Don't just learn the lesson. Fucking submit that shit.
Apply the knowledge.
Apply the knowledge and don't do it again. You
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Like it's really about also, I think for me, boundary. Like the boundary of who you are and how much you allow other people to emotionally affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that was really difficult. That was a hard road to navigate.
Right. And when you're going through it, it just seems like the worst thing ever. And as time has gone on, I've definitely, with myself or with my friends, going through a really hard situation, it's like, okay, well, we don't know why we're going through this right now, but you'll understand it later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. And then you'll be able to look at it with different eyes and you'll be like, yes, thank God I lost that job, or thank God I got out of that relationship. Agreed.
Yeah, because if you think about it, everybody, when they're in the thick of it, the first thing that they will say is, I'm never going to get over this. I'm never going to get through this. But we always do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next crisis comes up. So it's like needing to remember that at one point you were already in this spot. You will make it through it. You just got to do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes for me, that's the thing too. It's like, damn it,
Yeah.
Okay, lesson learned. Let this be the last time.
Hopefully.
That's the goal anyway.
Right.
I do agree with that, but I also want to put out there, because not everything has a happy ending. I personally know some people that have lived their whole lives in turmoil and ultimately pass. And the thing is I still do believe that was their path. And their path was to go through or to do whatever it was that they went through or did to be a beacon and a lesson for others. So even though individuals' lives may not get the balance that we're all striving for,
So do you think some people...
there's always a good point to everyone's life. Everyone's life is invaluable to the rest of us.
Right. For those people who never seem to get out of the struggle or the crisis, is that their lot in life then? That's supposed to teach us something?
To some degree, I think it's their lot in life. And then there's also a part of me that feels sad that there may have been lessons that they just missed, that they never learned, which never changed their outcome. So sometimes there's a sadness in me for certain storylines where I feel like there was missed opportunities where they could have learned something and completely changed their life. I have a brother that struggles with addiction. And there's been so many times in his life. Again, I already told you, I already professed that I'm obsessed with the butterfly effect, right? And it's been a thread throughout my whole life. So one thing that I've witnessed and I've experienced as a person that has experienced this with someone close to them, I'm very close with my brother, regardless of his situation. Of course, I'm not physically close with him at all times because of that situation.
Right.
But emotionally and mentally, we were close as siblings. We stayed close throughout our adult life, as close as we can be with, our lives, lifing as they do. And I love him wholeheartedly, but at the same time, there have been I feel like millions of times in his life that if he just would have made one decision instead of the one he ultimately made, his whole life would have been completely different. He had an opportunity to change it so many times, but the choices he made led him down the path that he goes down. So I don't know, but I'm giving both sides of it right now because we're talking on a podcast, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be pigeon I believe everything is sunshine and rainbows. I don't. I love sunshine and rainbows and stars in the moon.
I'm not sunshine and rainbows.
No, she's not. She's so pessimistic. She drives me crazy bonkers. But, true to my Aquarian nature, you know what I mean? I believe the best in everybody. I think that everybody has the best potential in them. And I think that everybody can write their own stories. And the butterfly effect is one of those things in that belief that is why people can write their own stories. Now, in the butterfly effect, the movie, he goes back in time and tries to change shit. That's never a good thing. I don't believe that's ever a good thing, because like you said, it's unbeknownst to you how you're going to change it. And if you think you're changing it for the better, you're most likely changing it for the worst. Same thing goes for regrets. People that say they have regrets, the thing is you shouldn't have regrets, because it is what it is. And you were left with what you were left with. And if you didn't change the mood or the vibe or the emotion tied to it since then, that's on you. That's your bad. So regrets are not really a thing that people should have, because that's just giving themselves license to not have to process things accordingly.
Right.
Because anything that is thoroughly processed, it will either be a neutral emotion tied to it, or it would be a gratitude tied to it.
Right.
And when you don't have regrets, like when you finally can come to terms with learning what you were supposed to learn, then it becomes even easier for you to not insert yourself into other people's lessons, which was another thing. Because a lot of times when you meet new people or you have friends, it's because you have a familiar like thing with them. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of emotional trauma, familiarity, bonding that goes for mothers, young mothers. It's being hard being a mother, you know. When you're a single lady in her 30s, it's about dating in the city, you know. So there's like all these little things that you form groups on.
Co-workers, trauma bond.
Yeah. So
Right.
when you start to grow, when you outgrow your own self, and you recognize and understand that you play a role in whatever purpose it is that you're fulfilling here on earth, then you can go very easily to a friend, feel sympathy for them because they are in the situation that they are, and then you can go home and live peacefully and allow
Instead of
them,
trying to tell them what they should do.
instead of trying to tell them what they should do, or you're inserting yourself. Because that was me. Like I had a good friend, and it was hard to let that friendship go. But the thing is that he wanted to keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. He didn't want to learn the lessons. And I'm like, but when we met, you said we were going to like grow and be better people, but you're like not doing that, you know. And I can't keep sitting here watching you as a friend put your hand on the stove when you know perfectly well why it's hurting.
Right. Like they're
So
just doomed to repeat. They want to repeat it. Maybe there's something that they get out of that pain or sadness or trauma that they're getting out of that. Maybe that's all they know, and they're stuck. Because it's a struggle. You have to work to have to change.
Yes. Change is hard, but it is always for the better.
Absolutely. You just got to set your sights on it and not give up.
All right, let's do the lady story. Who you got for us?
Lady
We're gonna talk about a lady story.
Do it, lady. Do it, lady.
I'm gonna do it. All right, so our woman of the week this week tonight is Katherine Johnson. Before modern computers became capable of performing complex orbital calculations, Katherine Johnson was doing the math by hand. Now, born in 1918 in West Virginia, she displayed extraordinary mathematical talent from a very young age. At a time when both racial and gender barriers were deeply entrenched in American society, she pursued mathematics anyway, earning degrees and eventually joining what would become NASA. Johnson calculated flight trajectories, launch windows, and emergency return paths for some of America's most important space missions. When astronaut John Glenn prepared to become the first American to orbit Earth, NASA had begun using electronic computers. Glenn trusted the machines, but he trusted Katherine Johnson more. Before the launch, he famously requested that Johnson personally verify the computer's calculations, and she did. The numbers matched, and the mission succeeded. Her work contributed to the success of Project Mercury, Apollo missions, and the Space Shuttle program. What makes Katherine Johnson extraordinary isn't just her brilliance. It's that she changed history while overcoming barriers that would have stopped many people from even entering the room. One woman, one opportunity, one decision to pursue mathematics despite the obstacles. And because of that decision, space flight history changed forever. Today, her legacy lives on as a reminder that genius can come from anywhere, and that sometimes the smallest choices create the biggest ripples. Round robin, Christine.
Yep, made it all the way around again.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to our round robin recommendations. And before we do, just a reminder about our spin scale. 1, spin only if you're bored. 2, background noise. 3, solid watch. 4, highly recommend. And 5, drop everything and spin immediately. So what you got?
All right. Was it on Netflix, Ben?
Yeah.
All right. It's on Netflix. It's called The Burrows. It's basically about a guy, his wife just passed away, and he's struggling with that. And before she passed away, though, they had planned to move to a community, for older adults, to enjoy their senior year, their golden years. So it's a seemingly picturesque retirement community, a group of unlikely friends and heroes. They band together like the neighbors. He moves there and he meets his neighbors, and some weird stuff starts happening. I think it's from the creator of Stranger Things. It's the same creator or the same writer from Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little Stranger Things-esque, but more about...
It's a very Cocoon.
Yes. It's like Stranger Things meets Cocoon. That's a perfect analogy. Yeah, and I'm going to say 4 spins.
Yeah.
Because I really liked it.
It's a horror, but it's also campy.
Yeah.
It's got an older cast, so it's going to have a lot of the people that you grew
And
up watching.
Got heavy hitters like
Yeah.
Gina Davis is in it, Alfred Molina, Bill Pullman, Alfred Woodard, Jenna Malone is in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got some heavy hitters in it.
So this is pretty new then.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a new series. I want to say there were 8 episodes, and we binge watched it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that sounds like another one I have to watch.
Yeah, it's good. That actually sums it up perfectly, though. Cocoon and Stranger Things mixed together.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good combo. And I will tell you before I do my recommendation that Todd and I took your recommendation on Ladies First.
It was good, right?
It was really good. It was really good. And I was like, oh man. And I will tell you, it was a lot of mind fuckery though, because he hits his head. He then becomes, because he was just such a male chauvinist. I forget the name. Who was the lady who played Gone Girl? She's the chick from Gone Girl, who's nuts.
Rosamund Pike.
I think that's her name.
Rosamund Pike. The thing about that is because he was such a misogynist that when they flipped it, they made her kind of misandrist.
Yes.
And I was like, but that, and then they said, when they were hyping it up, and when you saw ads for it, commercials for it, and even if you looked at the description of it, it said the patriarch flips to matriarchy. And that was the only thing I was like, that was not correct, because that's not how it would have rolled in matriarchy. Matriarchy is about everybody getting their fair share and everybody getting what's due.
That was the fuckery of all of it, because it was like I kept seeing these women in the power positions, and it was just, that was what was crazy about it to me, because I'm like, but wait a minute, women wouldn't act that way. It was just an alternate reality where he was in the woman's position in a man's body.
It's a misogynist view of feminism.
Yes.
Because they are scared that we would do what they've done to us this whole time.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that's why they have to keep us where we're at. But that isn't the truth.
Right.
We don't.
That's
need
not
to
how
keep-
it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good, but it was messing with my mind, because I'm like, I had to keep reminding myself that this is not how it would be. It was weird. And Sacha Cohen Baron played the lead male role.
Yes.
It was good. It was good. So I just wanted to tell you, we agreed with your recommendation. Loved it.
Cool.
And I loved how he changed for the better.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. So I just want to bring that up. So my recommendation is kind of an old one. is called Sliding Doors from 1998. And you can currently find it on Netflix, Peacock Premium, AMC Plus, Criterion Channel, which I've never even heard of before, or you can rent it on Apple TV. For me, Sliding Doors gets a solid 4 out of 5. The premise is brilliant, and it definitely will have you thinking about all those little moments that shaped your life. Unlike the Butterfly Effect movie, which is dark and heavy, Sliding Doors is romantic and reflective. And it stars Gwyneth Paltrow, John Hannah, and Jean Triplehorn. Now, the film allows 2 parallel versions of the same woman's life. One timeline begins when she catches a train. The other begins when she misses it. From that single moment, 2 completely different futures unfold. It's, like I said, it's funny and romantic, thoughtful, and perfectly captures tonight's theme, how one seemingly insignificant moment can alter everything that follows. And that's one reason the movie still holds up so well today. It's exploring the what if, nearly 3 decades before it became pop culture obsession. Now, if tonight's conversation about life-changing decisions get your wheels turning, this movie is the perfect follow-up. The entire story asks one simple question: what if one small moment changed everything? And I love that. And you know me, I don't really watch a lot of romantic stuff. It's horror, suspense.
Yeah, because you're twisted. We all know this.
I am twisted, that's for sure. All right, well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much. We appreciate you listening. Please go ahead and hit those 5 stars if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts. So thank you, everyone, and we will see you all back on Friday for F-Bomb. Have a great week, everyone.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Adios. Wait.
That's it.
That's
Yo,
it?
yo, yo. Peace out. It's a wrap. Muchachos.
It's a wrap.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks.